It's Sonic Saturday, yo! Hey guys, welcome in. I'm Zordon of Doom. I'm a singer-songwriter and I make content here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch and I have music up on Spotify, Apple Music, and here on YouTube. If you would like to check out anything that I have done, including the song that is currently playing in the background, Stress Ball, all links are down in the description. You will also find any and all links to the videos that I'm reacting to today down there as well. They're always at the very top, so you know where to look for them. And you can actually check out these videos for yourself. Go over there, give them a listen. You know the drill. Anyways, if you are new here after that long introduction, welcome to another Sonic Saturday in which I react to music from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I always change the lights to blue specifically for Sonic. So yeah, I'm really excited to check this out. We're doing another Sonic adventure since last week was Sonic 06. And once again, huge thank you to Zach Graham, who once again typed out and searched for all of the links so that I can watch and react without having the hassle of searching for them. Super appreciate you, Zach. In the last adventure video, we heard a good handful of boss themes, so let's keep that train rolling and hear the rest of the boss themes next. Minus the final boss, Open Your Heart, and its many remixes. That'll be the grand finale. Ooh, okay, so is this technically the second to last reaction to Sonic Adventure before we do a Sonic appreciation stream for Adventure? So Zach says he didn't put these in game order here, more so grouping them by who is being fought. Okay, I super appreciate it. Thank you, Zach, and to let everyone else know as well. All right, first up, we have versus character. There are a few times in the story where the different playable characters will cross paths and be pitted against each other. Oh, that's why it's versus character. So it could be like any one of the main cast versus any one of the main cast that you take control of. Namely, when Sonic and Tails fight Gamma before learning he's a good guy, or when Knuckles is tricked by Eggman into thinking Sonic and Tails are the bad guys. Remember, this is still early on in the series, when Knuckles was more of a rival than a friendly ally. Got it. Interesting. So somewhere down the line, Knuckles just becomes friends with, I guess, the main cast at some point. Alrighty, we are starting with versus character. Fight for My Own Way is what the song is called. From Sonic Adventure. I don't know what to expect, especially since the characters are all technically good guys, just being pitted against each other or fighting each other because of misunderstandings. So, yeah. Let's check this out. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Okay, melody is quite hopeful. There's an interesting, like, question mark that I feel coming from the music. Like, you as the player probably know that they shouldn't be fighting each other, right? So it's not like a heavy or dark theme or too rock and roll. There seems to be a little bit of a playfulness to this. Da-da-da! Ooh. Well, this sounds a little bit more, or that sounded a bit more evil, but then it goes back into this. And we got the classic fade out. There was a moment of darkness, or like a dark tone. Interesting. What did you guys think about Fight for My Own Way? Just based on the title, Fight for My Own Way is in the perspective of the character that you're playing, right? Whether or not it is the right way, it's their own way, you know what I mean? Alrighty, next up we have versus Egg Hornet. The first Eggman fight in Sonic and Tails' story, and a rather easy one at that. Very easy to cheese. The fight can end in mere seconds. Wow! Sounds like they go easy on the players, at least in the beginning. Is Sonic Adventure considered difficult to play? Or are there levels that are annoying or anything like that? Would love to know your opinion. Alrighty, here we go. Boss, Egg Hornet from Sonic Adventure. Let's get right into it. In 3, 2, and 1. And now this sounds like a boss theme. Definitely darker tones. It feels weightier. Wait, if you can beat this one in like a couple seconds, then there's a good chance that a lot of you didn't hear the full song. Wait, this part kind of reminds me of that Xanarkand in Final Fantasy X. I forgot the name of the first song. Hey. Every time there's a moment when the music just kind of goes silent, it makes me think that Sonic jumps into the air. It's like a hold your breath moment. Yeah, this part reminds me of Final Fantasy X. And then it changes. For those who are familiar with that first song, the Don't You Give Up on It. I don't know the lyrics, but that song. Okay, next on our list, we have versus Egg Viper and Egg Walker. I'm just realizing that there's lots of eggs that... Wait, no. Duh, his name is Dr. Eggman. That's why. Moving right along. Zach says, get a load of this. The final Eggman fight for Sonic and Tails, respectively. Viper for Sonic, Walker for Tails. The ultimate test of skill, or rather endurance for Sonic. Even if Eggman sorta makes things easy now and again by literally stopping in place, creating a bridge with the tail of the machine, opening the cockpit and taunting. See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Like, duh, of course he can. Some evil genius he is. I love your commentary, Zach. That's just another day for Sonic, but for Tails, this is a big moment. His first major solo fight against Eggman, without Sonic by his side to help him. His chance to prove that he's just as much a hero as Sonic is. That's cute! Okay, so they share this theme then. Okay, so the song is called Boss, Egg Walker, and Egg Viper. Militant Missionary from Sonic Adventure. Militant Missionary. Interesting. Like, just by the names, like, Viper, I'm thinking it's Snake. but Walker? Egg Walker? I'm imagining a large egg with with the bottom part sort of pushed out and like chicken feet or chicken legs. Alrighty, let's get into this. It's only a minute and 18 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, definitely boss theme. The song is very anxiety. Or fills you with anxiety. You could definitely hear this with a full orchestra, with the conductor going, you know? The loop is quite short, huh? We're already at the fade out. So it's just this over and over again for both Sonic and Tails. Is this a longer fight? I'm assuming it doesn't last a few seconds. But wow. Heck yeah. Next up will be all of Chow's battle themes. Wait, they have battle themes? Zach was considering putting these ones in a separate video, but the 3 above are pretty short. So he figured it wouldn't hurt to put them all together. But I'll leave that up to you, whether you want to stop here or keep going. No. I think we should be okay. Oh wait, no, this is not Chow's. This is Chaos? Is this Chaos or is this Chow? I guess this is Chaos. Man, the Chow threw me off. Chow theme. This is Chaos's battle theme. I'm assuming this is Chaos because... Alright. Did I call it Chow's at the beginning of this video? Dang. So I'm assuming this is Chaos versus Chaos 024. What's 024? Zach says, Chaos, the god of destruction, is a vaguely humanoid being. He's a god? You fight gods in Sonic? Made entirely of water, with green gem-like eyes and only a brain floating inside. Eggman manages to break the Master Emerald where Chaos was sealed away, and somehow is able to gain control over Chaos. He also knows what the rest of the cast doesn't, that when given the Chaos Emeralds, Chaos will evolve and grow bigger and stronger with each one, gaining a bit of a bone-like structure within his watery body until finally getting all 7 and becoming perfect Chaos. By the way, to the player, Chaos is referred to by how many emeralds he has. So when he has 2 emeralds, he's called Chaos 2. Okay, but he's still only ever called Chaos in the game. Chaos 0 is fairly weak, but makes up for it with his high mobility and extendable arm attacks. Chaos 2 is a bit stronger, with 2 hulking arms, and phases between an attacking form and defending form. Chaos 4 now takes on a more fish-shaped form. Fought in a pond, jumping between lily pads, only able to attack when Chaos surfaces above water. And note, due to sometimes being given 2 emeralds at a time, Chaos 3 and 5 are never seen. Oh, got it. Chaos 1 is seen, but not fought. Also, not only is Chaos 0 Sonic's first boss fight, it's the first thing you do in the game. Period. They just throw you straight into a boss fight right away. No time to run around the hub world and learn the controls or anything. Wow, they just throw you into the fire. And remember, it's Sonic's first 3D game, so there was nothing to compare it to. It's all totally new to the players. Wow. Back when games didn't hold your hand, am I right? All right, here we go. Boss Chaos 0, 2, and 4 from Sonic Adventure. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So they have essentially the same theme throughout when you fight. Or Chaos has the same theme throughout every time you fight him. So this is like the first song you hear when you're thrown into the game? Because you're thrown into this fight? So this was essentially your tutorial. You got used to the controls on the fly. Essentially get good. Interesting. Interesting. Percussion is not what I was expecting. Whoa! This does make it sound like you're fighting some type of entity. Oh, and we don't have a fade out. It just ends. Interesting. I think all of Sonic Adventures, I never knew about Chaos. I know the Chaos Emeralds are a thing. Is that why when you don't get all of the Chaos Emeralds or there's a bad ending? The end? Question mark? All right, moving on to the next one. Versus Chaos 6. Now only one emerald away from his true form, Chaos's body becomes much more monstrous, being a large six-legged beast with many eyes, tentacles, and a scorpion tail. The bone structure inside now somewhat resembling the Chaos Emerald altar, where the Echidna tribe worshipped and guarded all the emeralds, and the Master Emerald. Fun fact, this is Biggs's one and only boss fight. Chaos swallows up Biggs's best buddy, Froggy. No, not Froggy! Who happened to have swallowed one of the Chaos Emeralds. And Big has to cast his fishing lure into Chaos's body to fish Froggy out. Interesting. How is that gameplay wise? Especially boss fighting with a fishing rod? Sounds fun. As much as I love fishing in video games, specifically RPGs, like story-based RPGs, I'm a fan of fishing games, so long as it's not solely just a fishing game, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Boss Chaos 6, Sonic Adventure. In 3, 2, and 1. So only Biggs fights him? This would be so anxiety. You're just holding a fishing rod and just trying to fish out your friend? Bro. Wild. This is a cool theme. Was not expecting this. Hey! Yo! Unexpected. And fade out. Nice! Heck yeah. Can't wait to see what other chaos themes there are. They seem pretty versatile. Ooh! We have a Versus Chaos 6 SAME version. It's been a while since I last heard of a same version. Zach says, of all the adventure music to remix on this album, this feels pretty random, but it's still a great remix. Okay. I'm wondering if they're gonna use that part of the song that I was like, ooh, this feels good. But we'll see. Ooh, this is also longer than the original. So here we go. Boss Chaos 6 SAME version 2016 Sonic Adventure Music Experience. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drums. Interesting. Okay, we got bass. We introducing all the instruments one by one. That synth in the background. There's the guitar. There it is. I like this because you can actually hear the different instruments. Hey. I was waiting for this part. Hey. I love hearing that on the guitars. That's so cool. Love that. Next up, we have Versus Perfect Chaos, Phase 2. Oh, Phase 1 plays Open Your Heart. Got it. So that's why this is Phase 2. Now, in its complete form, Perfect Chaos has become a true monster, the size of a skyscraper. Oh, crap. With a more reptilian face, and its body a swirling vortex of water emerging from the waters of the now flooded Station Square. With powerful attacks like creating tornadoes and shooting laser beams, only Supersonic can defeat this god of destruction, the first of many gods Sonic has faced against. So you do fight gods in Sonic. I swear. RPGs, man, you always fight God. But how can Sonic go super if Chaos is all 7 emeralds? By the power of friendship, of course, yes. Can never go wrong with the power of friendship, guys. Okay, not exactly. Oh. But the real reason is just as silly. Chaos only used the negative power of the emeralds and spit them out, now dull, colorless, and presumably powerless. But Sonic learns he can go super using the positive power of the emeralds. Hey, this is still a kid's game after all. But also there's always light and darkness, right? Very Kingdom Hearts, no spoilers here, but especially with the idea of nobodies, heartless, and, that whole thing. That reminds me of this. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I'm wearing Kyrie's. Alright, boss. Perfect Chaos. Phase 2. Perfect Chaos Revival. Sonic Adventure. Just based on this title, I'm expecting like dun 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 dun, like organ, like Count Dracula type music. You know what I mean? Devastation, end of the world type music. But let's check it out. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Watch this be like hella upbeat. Okay, there we go. Not quite organ, but like orchestra-esque. Definitely end of the world vibes. Kind of reminds me of Fantasia? Isn't that what it's called? Oh, and we got the fade out. I was expecting it to go for a little bit longer, but I guess the loop was pretty short. Nice. Heck yeah. Definitely lives up to its name. Oh wait, this is not the last one that I'm reacting to. I just saw there's 2 more. Okay, so Zach has a side rant. The order of these songs extremely bothers. Okay, it extremely bothers him. This song that plays for Phase 2 should really play during Phase 1. And Open Your Heart should be for Phase 2. Oh, it would fit the tone so much better for the situation to start out super dark and dire. Then halfway through, Sonic gets this let's finish this attitude. Very shonen anime, which is where Open Your Heart should start. But instead, it starts with Open Your Heart and everyone's jamming out, having a blast, only for the mood to be totally killed halfway through. It just feels so backwards. Zach's asking you guys, does anyone else think so? I also would love to know your thoughts. Do you think that they made a mistake putting Open Your Heart first? I also think that's a little strange. Usually you'd have the song that has lyrics and is more upbeat be part of the second phase. Like when you're close to defeating said bad guy. But mayhap Open Your Heart was the... what's it called? Maybe it was a trap. Maybe it wanted to get your hopes up that this was the end and you were gonna fight, and then like, nope, hold up, there's a phase 2. Now we're gonna be listening to some remixes of Perfect Chaos. So this next one is Versus Perfect Chaos Phase 2, Generations White Space. Yep, Perfect Chaos returns as a boss in Generations, but not as a final boss. Instead, being right in the middle. Sonic doesn't even go super to fight him this time. That just shows how much stronger Sonic has gotten over the years. Interesting. He's but a stepping stone to the final boss in Generations, I'm assuming. This one's pretty short. White Space, Perfect Chaos, Sonic Generations. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, I like this band. And the violin? It sounds very sinister. Very quick loop. Nice. All right. The actual last song that I'm reacting to is another remix of Perfect Chaos. So this is also from Generations. Zach says this is a hugely underrated song, in his opinion. He knows it's not hard to be overshadowed by Open Your Heart, but this version especially is so good. He really likes how they extended it with the brand new section. Ooh, there's a brand new section? All right. It's not White Space, but just Generations. Here we go. Boss Battle, Perfect Chaos. Phase 2, Perfect Chaos Revival from Sonic Generations. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Yeah, this sounds big. Oh, hearing actual instruments? Like, hearing this orchestra play this would be dope. This almost sounds like a chase scene kind of music. there's the classic fade out. Heck yeah. Feels like a great boss theme for sure. I definitely see what you're saying, Zach. I'm gonna finish reading the rest of Zach's comment here. And while we're on the topic of chaos, remember in the Chow video when you said that the Chow kind of looked like water droplets? Yes. Are the Chow and chaos related? Now you know that chaos is a being made of water. Yes. That's because the Chow are actually related to... So they are related to chaos! I wouldn't get into it too much here, but we had all sorts of speculations ever since Adventure came out. But, parentheses, I don't think it was officially confirmed until as late as Sonic Frontiers. There we learned that the life form that Chaos is actually used to be an entire race of aliens. They're only referred to as the Ancients, but they were very similar to what we know Chaos to be today, except much taller and more intelligent. Is that supposed to be Chows? What we know Chows to be today? Very confusing. Most of them were wiped out by the big bad of Frontiers, but those that survived would later evolve, or rather devolve, into Chow. Perfect Chaos was like super tall. So are we talking about Chaos as like Chaos Zero? Becoming smaller, weaker, and less intelligent, more animalistic over thousands and thousands of years. And the god of destruction, Chaos, from Adventure must be some in-between stage of evolution. It's been said that Chaos was a mutated Chow. What? So maybe this mutation caused it to go further back in its evolutionary line somehow. Not much is known about the specifics of that at the moment. Hopefully they'll dive deeper into the lore in future games media. Okay, so there's like extra deeper lore for the Chow? That is wild. That's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting Chaos to be a mutated Chow. So Chow isn't really a god. He's just misunderstood. All right, everyone. I think that is it for this reaction. Thank you again, Zach, for sending all of these links and the descriptions as per usual. You are fantastic. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Yeah, if you have any comments about any of the boss themes that I listened to today, would love to know your thoughts. Please leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications for your daily dose, or your weekly dose of Sonic Saturdays. All right, guys, don't forget that no matter how it is you're feeling, you are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. You are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. All right, everyone. See you all in the next video. Bye-bye.